Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's a fine, fantastic, slightly overcasted. Oh, it's all overcast. Saturday afternoon. And we're used to seeing my truck here, but we got something else. Ha-ta-da! Yeah, we got the dumpster. Heck yes, start getting some of this crap out of here. So, been working on the house pretty hard for the last couple days, and I was actually here last night for quite a while, and I was planning on coming out here to work today, but I mowed the lawn, took the mower back to my brother's who I'm borrowing it from, and we need a break. We gotta take time for ourselves and relax and catch our breath every once in a while, because we came in here yesterday and we hit it like gangbusters. Oh yeah. I mean, we absolutely demolished everything. So, there used to be that ceiling in here with the nice pretty swirls and all that. Well, that's gone. And it's just the most heartbreaking thing ever. Because I'm looking at the ceiling in here, and I'm looking at that floor for the upstairs bedroom, and to think that's what my floors down here could have been, and it's like, oh man, it gets me every time. But you win some, you lose some. So we got all of this taken care of, this entire room. There's a drop ceiling in here, like in the bathroom. So this is me fully extended, and there's probably another foot before I get to that joist right there. And then lo and behold, above that drop ceiling, there's electrical ran for that light fixture there, and it's like, really? You couldn't have? Okay, I guess. But that's fine. It's all fine. It's all gonna get fixed. Over here, these outlets over here, they have what appears to be an upgraded electrical conduit ran to it. So that's good, because I don't know if I'm going to have the ability to get all this. I don't think I'm going to be able to get all the stuff done I want done before the end of the month. I'm going to have as much done as possible. So when you're using these stairs, this wall just makes it difficult. So I'm planning on just punching that whole thing out, keeping all this obviously, but like this isn't holding anything up. So I can just punch that out, open that up, so that way when you go up and down the stairs, you don't hit your head on that. So, but anyway, back to what I was talking about. I don't think I'm going to have the ability to get everything done that I want done before the end of the month. Time and money is kind of the issue. I'll definitely be able to have this room all drywalled, get the ceiling in and all that, and hopefully at least run electrical too, where I could possibly have a ceiling fan, have that all done so I don't have to worry about that. Just buy the conduit, because you can get a roll of it for the stuff that I want relatively cheap, and just have it run down the wall and head downstairs to the basement. It's following this exact path right here. So that all those holes are drilled for me. I just got to get the old stuff out, put new stuff in, and then as long as I have that, then I should be fine. I just won't be able to use these old switches and all this stuff, because this stuff is ancient. It's just not going to work. I got to put a new thermostat in and the new wires. I'm going to get the upgraded wires for all the controls and stuff. All the lath has been taken out. It was 2 truckloads in my mom's truck, and then she took it out to her house. So that way it didn't take up room in the dumpster, and she's burning it out there. And we got this little area cleaned. But this is like half of the plaster that was in here. The dumpster's pretty much full. So took out the drop ceiling in here and dropped this ceiling. And then I took the drop ceiling out of here down, and then it was held up by these giant timbers. I mean, holy smokes. And look at the nails in these suckers. These things were a bear to get out. And each one is, gosh, like 10 feet, 12 feet, something like that. They're huge. Because they went all the way across the ceiling going this way. And there was like 8 of them. So, and then I put this up to keep the dust out of this side of the house so I could like have storage in here and just keep it so it's not dusty and stuff. But I mean, the lumber that I'm pulling out of the ceiling is just, look at that pile. And each one of them is solid and just, it blew my mind. Especially with the price of wood these days. I mean, you figure each one of those beams is like $30 or something like that. Crazy. I kind of feel like a dragon and I'm just hoarding lumber right now. All this stuff on this side, though, this is all trash. This is going to make its way out to the dumpster. All that's going to make its way out to the dumpster and stuff like that. I don't know if I'm going to get rid of it. I have to ask the guy when he shows up how much it's going to cost for him to get rid of that. Underneath that pile is the tub. And then there was the walls for the tub. I'm going to see how much that costs. These signs made it out here. I kind of want to save them because I think they're cool. But yeah, taking a break today. Not doing a whole lot. I mowed the lawn. And I was going to do some shoveling and stuff. But like, man, I need a break. Been hitting it we hit it real hard yesterday. Like this still kind of blows my mind. And this room feels absolutely huge. I know you guys have no idea about spatial awareness in a video. Oh yeah. And then I found that wasp nest. Nice. Good thing it was dormant when I got to it. And then there was another small one over here, I think. I can't remember where though. I might have knocked it down. But yeah, found that. That was great. I still have to take all the nails and stuff out of the ceiling. And then I still have to square it all up. It looks like there's some strips in here that were doing that. So if I save those, it could be all I need. And I can just put my ceiling up and be done. Oh. Yeah, this is cool. Remember that vent upstairs in that bedroom? Well, there it is. There was a box that was leading down into this room. But it was like a couple inches past this floor joist here. So I ended up having to knock it out. But I still thought that was pretty neat. Regardless, that's there. That's going to have to be filled in and stuff like that. That's kind of a hazard right now. Because that grate got knocked off too. I just punched it out, so I can put that back in, and it should be fine. But I want to do that before I start having people come upstairs. But anyway, so tomorrow is probably just going to be some cleaning because I really don't want to knock too much off of this room over here, which it's kind of crazy to see all the way through the house like this. I think it's so cool. But I don't want to knock all that stuff down and walk over all of that stuff to get this stuff out of here. I kind of want to get as much of this out as I can. And work on this a little bit and then tackle that room. Because I also need to get the stuff out of the bathroom, which honestly, there's not even a lot anymore. Nope. Stuck to my foot. There's not a ton of it anymore. Then after I get all this stuff out of here, I'm yanking all the electrical. Like this whole catastrophe in here is gone. It is like, it's going to be non-existent. Then I'm going to rewire it completely and just not mess with it. Yeah. So that's kind of my game plan right now. I think it's my best bet. And then this ceiling in here, just all the loose, I don't even know what you would call it. Because I don't know if it's paint it's peeling or wallpaper. I'm not sure. But, and then this in here, I took all that stuff off like I said I would. Took the trim off all the way around. That's back in my pile of wood and stuff that I'm going to keep. Because it's good sized wood, so hopefully I can like sand it down and stuff, and then I can use that for future trim or whatever, because I think it looks pretty neat. But just want to kind of go through and show you what we did yesterday. It would have been a video last night, but by the time we wrapped up, it was like 8 or 9 o'clock, and it was getting dark, and I was exhausted because I mean this room is completely different from where it was. But I mowed the lawn. Look how nice and pretty that is. Wow. But yeah, like even today, I'm still exhausted. So knock that out. Knock all this out. Clean up as much of this as I humanly can within a reasonable amount of time, and then knock that room out. And then I do have the dumpster for the next 2 weeks. I kind of want to gut the kitchen while the dumpster's here, but that undertaking alone is going to be so much, because I want to try and save those cabinets, right? So I got to carefully take all those cabinets out, find a place to store them, which would be in that back room after I get all that other crap out of there, except for the lumber. I'm keeping that. Try and save as much of that as possible, then knock it out, tear the floor out, do all that fun stuff. But then it would be done. I wouldn't touch the kitchen for a while, and I wouldn't actually do anything in here. But at least I could rest knowing that I don't have to worry about this in the future. And see, there's another drop ceiling that I'm probably going to have to knock out. I mean, it's an undertaking. But if I have the entire downstairs gutted to where I want, except for that room and this room, I mean, it's a win for me, I feel like. Because like I can seal that off, and I'm going to seal that off because I'm probably tearing that out because of that leak in there. That floor is super, super squishy. I mean, there's that water stain right there. I mean, I'm afraid of that room, honestly. I don't know what's going on in that room. I have to get on the roof. But that probably won't even be until I move in. But I'm pretty sure I want to save these cupboards. They just need some TLC, get all this paint off of it and stuff like that. Ditch the countertop. Save the cabinets, get rid of that disgusting thing. Other than that, it's just kind of like, and this room isn't huge either. It's fairly good sized, but it's not massive. There's my giant jug of water. I like water. I drink a lot of it. Oh, look, more insulation. Yay. Then some window screens and stuff. But it would just be peace of mind for me if I could just have this gutted and done. So that way when I am ready to tackle the kitchen, it's ready to go. And I don't have to think about, well, what am I going to do with all this material? And I'm going to end up getting a dumpster again when I do the upstairs, but that's not going to be for a year. And it's like, supposedly, I don't know. Like I could have everything done in 6 months and be, have the house completely done. I doubt it. That would probably be way, way too much work. And it'd probably just drive me to the point of more insanity. But I don't know. This is on the back burner for now. I want to get all those rooms done and then see where I sit. I think I could have all of this done out here in the next few days, like maybe Wednesday of next week, because I'll be out here tomorrow working, at least cleaning anyway. But I don't know how much demoing I want to get done tomorrow, if any, because this whole ceiling has to be dropped and stuff like that. And it is a bear to do, I tell you what. Oh, actually, just looking in here, I think this ceiling is lower than this one by a little bit. No, it's the same, because where the floor joists are at the bottom of those, there's the top of the lath for that room right there. So no, yeah, they're the same height. Which is fine. But then I can knock all this out, put a new header in here, put a new header up there, and then reframe that door over there. But yeah, that's where I'm at. Still got to get that plugged, and then I have to get I wouldn't even know how I'm going to make all of that flush with the beams if I can. If I can't, then I might just put like a little accent on this wall and then like do a small box that comes out like a couple inches just to encase the chimney, right? And then maybe I can use that to run conduit and stuff, but I can do that between the joists over here because these aren't going to have any insulation in them. Or maybe I could do something else with this just so I don't have to try and figure out a way to make this brick flush. And then maybe I could put like a wall-mounted TV stand thing at some level. I don't know. That's kind of future Jake's problem. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah. I don't know why there's a giant hole in the center of that beam. I mean, I can't even remember. I don't know. That's kind of concerning. A lot of this house is very concerning, but the bulk of the work is done. Let me see if I can find any of it. Oh yeah, right here. Underneath that underneath the drop ceiling is this old banner stuff, and then like it's got the Liberty Bell, it's got a cavalry sword, and then it's got the eagle. I remember reading somewhere sometime that meant that was a special like presidential thing promotion that they did for like the bicentennial or the centennial of Ohio or something like that a while ago. I can't remember, but it was like in all the homes around here. I believe I read something like that, but I was in tear down mode and I just kind of like, oh, that's neat. Okay, rip. And then we got to all this. So that's what's going on today. I'm actually going to wrap up here and just go home and just relax and just exist for a day. And yeah, but I wanted to make this video show what we did over the last night and the other day we started. I can't remember. All these days are really starting to bleed together, and that's part of the reason why I really just need to take a break. Just one day. I'll be back tomorrow. I can talk myself into taking a break for one day and feel like I'm justified. Not that I really need to be justified, but I am on a timetable and I don't want to stay at my apartment for another month, because if I stay at my apartment for another month, I'm probably going to pull my hair out because I hate it. Upside is it's starting to actually smell better in here. It's not starting to smell like piss and death. So that's good. Getting all this crap out of here was obviously the go-to plan. But anywhoosies, that's going to be it for me today, guys. I appreciate you guys coming along with me on this journey. As always, I want to remind you to keep living that American dream. And until next time, peace.